telling young people they should not even listen to some of these leaders with these narratives at the end of the day. But let's see what is on the front pages of the dailies. Extra, read all about it. I don't have the extra. I do have the bold paper here. What new IBC numbers reveal is what is on the front page of the Standard this morning. Newly gazetted list of voters indicates that the two top presidential candidates will each start off with at least 2 million votes in their strongholds as they take fight to battlegrounds. This is on page 6 and 7 of the Standard this morning. On Ruto staff there, you have 2.4 million assured votes from select DP William Ruto's home counties. In Nyanza Tough, we have 2.2 million votes, assured votes from select Raila Odinga's home counties. So that is a dip there for Raila in his Nyanza Tough of around 200,000 votes. And we have still on the front page of the Standard, man versus machine as Safari Rally starts. The Fast and the Furious is here. For the second year running, President Uhuru Kenyatta flagged off the WRC Safari Rally yesterday, and it was a show of pure class as world rally champion Sebastian Ogier won in the special stage at Kasarani. You can follow this story on page 52 of today's Standard. And newborns, they are at risk of a shortage of vaccines. Last year, the expiry of a patent by rotavirus vaccine has hit supplies, risking a surge in diarrhea cases and even deaths among children. The jab is administered to children between 6 and 10 weeks after birth. You can follow the story on page 4 of the Standard this morning. Today is Friday, and for the young folks, we have the Pulse magazine for you. OnlyFans. You can read all about fashion as well. Authentic, NoFX, big deal. That is Vasha calling. You can follow that story inside the Pulse magazine. Looking at the teaser there, on top, Ogek community win 157 million shillings in rights case at African court. And I think this will interest Dr. Juang, who is a human rights lawyer. This story is on page 3 of the Standard. Duncan. Yeah, Ogek community. Were you any remotely connected in this case? Just asking. No, not in any way. Good. Nyanza project dilemma, that is on page 30 of the Standard this morning. Press for costly loans as well, even as the economy is tanking right now because of the inflation worldwide. You can read all about it on page 33 of the Standard. And big stars converge at Kasarani. So that is on sports pages of the Standard this morning. This is how it looks. Make sure you grab a copy of the Standard and head over also to our Twitter, not really our Twitter handle, but our webpage, that is www.standardmedia.co.ke for premium content if you want to follow also some of the stories that are developing as well. Let's buckle down now to see what the Daily Nation is holding for us. And there's a man under siege, and this is his face that is on the front page of the Daily Nation today. Question: IBC to meet all 4 presidential candidates next week. They've given out a letter, and this is a man they will be meeting. But on the sharpest edge of dilemma is IBC chairman Wafula Chebukati. He's a man between a rock and a hard place. His decision to do away with the physical voter register on polling day has come back to haunt him after front runners Raila Odinga and William Ruto alongside the civil society ganged up in protest. Will he weather the raging storm? That is the attendant question, and you can follow the story on page 4 and 5 of the Daily Nation this morning. Now, Ruto has made a U-turn on CBC, right? And you remember we had some of his political operatives who were saying, you know, when we come to power, we'll do away with CBC. Now he's actually making a U-turn on that, and it's all about political expediency. Maybe it was not really auguring well with the electorate. So you can read the story on page 12 of the Daily Nation, but I will drop in also Dr. Juang and the rest of our panelists to comment on this, Barack Muluka as well, who is an academician, to comment on the CBC and why Ruto has made a U-turn on it. We can follow that story also on page 12 of the Daily Nation this morning. Raila offers states jobs to weak Azimio aspirants. That story on page 13. Azimio presidential candidate Raila Odinga moves to shore up his numbers in parliament as the coalition's top organ chaired by President Kenyatta meets today. You can follow the story on page 13 of the Daily Nation this morning. Right, this is how it looks. Make sure you grab a copy